welcome to another episode of Talkin Talons podcast. I'm your host, Noe Flores, and who am I here with today?
Alex Cano.
This is Mr. Cano today. What sports do you do, son? What positions do you play in those sports as well? What's the haps with this? What do you?
Right now, at the moment, I play football. I'm the quarterback.
Okay.
But later on in the season, I got baseball. I'm pitcher and shortstop.
Okay. So you're a quarterback. What does a quarterback do other than just snap and throw the ball?
Well, you lead the offense, get them motivated,
Okay.
score touchdowns, win games.
Okay, so you could throw means you have an arm. No,
Yeah.
you have an arm, you know how to rush. You can't throw like me, but it's a talk for another time. I had real good potential, but shoulder, could have made it to the draft, but talk for another time. Talk to me about your baseball. What do you do there? What positions and what do those positions do?
I play pitcher,
Okay.
shortstop, all around the infield, actually. But
What does a shortstop do? Because I'm pretty sure everybody knows what the pitcher does, but what does a shortstop do?
you're just in between second and third and get whatever comes,
Okay.
make some plays.
Okay. See, even in the change of sport, you wouldn't even fat to try and get past me, but that talk for another time. Talk to me about this student athlete life. Does it get in your way? Does practice, games, tournaments, does that all does it affect you, your personal time, your time with your family? Talk to us about that.
No, it doesn't affect me, but it really is a challenge. Got early football practices, after school practices. Then you get home, spend some time with your family,
Okay.
get some work done during school, and then a little bit after school, stay on top of my grades, and continue going to practice.
That's great. So this after school thing, this extracurricular, this builds some sort of time management. No, it builds some sort of maturity, responsibility. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So tell me about the challenges you've had in your sports career, and then we'll go to your high school career. So what challenges have you had in your sports career, your extracurriculars, that have impacted you or brought you down, but you're still here. You're still going.
My whole football career, I've had a lot of injuries, even since I was little.
Okay.
But you gotta keep pushing through them and never give up. Don't quit when you start. You gotta finish.
Finish what you started, right? Okay. I love that, man. That's very inspiring. I do remember that there was some times where you did get injured and you came back.
Yeah.
Look at you now. So for school, what step backs or what impacts have you had in your life that just brought you down? But look at where you are. Year 4, baby. Last year you were about to graduate. How do you feel about that? What setbacks have brought you here?
The injuries that's the biggest setback I've had in my entire career. It really.
So academically, you've never had that struggle.
No.
That's good. That's great.
I always
That's great.
try my best, staying on top of my grades, managing football, baseball as well.
As we all should. That's really good, man. And what piece of advice do you have for upcoming freshmen or upcoming athletes who want to do football or are scared that maybe being a student athlete isn't for them because of their time management? Maybe they don't want time away from their families, or they have other things like maybe a job or church or something that'll keep them occupied from those hours that maybe would make them struggle with their time management. What advice do you give as a person who learned to control their time management?
I feel like it just really, football in high school really makes you gain self-discipline. Like, you got to know when you got to do schoolwork, when you got to go to practice.
Okay.
You got to work hard even when no one's looking. You got to better yourself.
Okay. So this teaches you that you got to pass. You got to play hard, you got to work hard, you got to think hard, because football isn't just throwing the ball, catching the ball, tackling, is it?
No.
It's more than just that.
Practices are super intense. Practices, you got to be in the practice with the mindset 100%. Like, you got to know what's going on. You got to learn the new plays, know the situations, know what the team's doing. So it's a lot. It really is.
So as a senior, you've had mentors your past 4 years, right? Tell me some about that. Who have been your mentors, maybe on and off the field, in and out of the locker room, in and out of the classroom. It doesn't have to be a coach. It could be a teacher. It could be a student. It could be a loved one.
Mhm.
But who made that push to your life that you know that if it wasn't for their advice or if it wasn't for what they've done for me, I don't know if I'd be succeeding as much or if I would have made it here. Talk to us about
I
that.
feel like Diego last year, he really helped me out a lot. He helped me learn the plays. He helped me get better every day. He was just a really good person to have next to you.
We miss you, Diggy. We miss you, baby. Hope you're doing great over there at A&M, baby. So what last words do you have for the crowd before we finish this episode? Any words of inspiration, any piece of advice that you could give as a senior, maybe to, it doesn't really have to be to a freshman. It could be to anybody. It doesn't have to be just about school, but preferably yes. But if it's a piece of advice that works for anybody, we'll take, what piece of advice do you give?
I feel like it's always good to be a student athlete. It really builds a lot of character and, like I said, self-discipline. It gets you ready for the real world outside of high school. So I feel like that's the main reason people should join sports. It doesn't have to be football. It could be anything sports related.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope you guys are staying warm because, it's a little breezy out, but this is the only cold the valley's going to get for a little while. Hope you guys take care. God bless. See you till the next episode.